Um, I think we're up to what's been bothering everybody all week. And that's the little YNs in Chicago. And honey, this one here. See her? That's a little piggy right there. Honey, we up to this one. And I'm gonna take my time and talk about this because yes, I am a Gen Xer. And this here is just unbelievable. We know that the mother of the children, which is Miss Hatter, she will be pressing charges on them. So the little YN, the little thug little girl, came out and did an apology. And let me see, is this it? Lord. I call myself trying to have my stuff together, and it ain't. Okay, let's go here. Let's find it. Okay, I should have saved it. Okay. Let me share the screen. Yeah, but the little girl, she called herself trying to apologize. And I don't understand it. Apologize for what? You apologizing because everybody is on your ass in Chicago? Or you know that you may be facing some consequences that you don't want to face? You know? So let's go on over here and watch this shit. Oh my goodness.
I want y'all to meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Keep it respectful. This is the child. No, honey, this child act like a grown woman. She ain't a child. She's a little YN. She's a thug. So we keep this. If she wanted to be respectful, she would have acted respectful. She would have never tried to approach that grown woman. So she don't want to play a child. She wanted to be grown. Your ass is grown now, and we know your name now, Miss Kamaya. Okay, now I'll continue. Hey. Did you notice that smirk? Hey. Okay.
My name is Kamira Grant, and I was wrong for
Why do you think she's crying? Because you were wrong for that. Now, me as a kid, and I'm going because Kamaya is 13. So Kamaya is going over there to try to help these people fight this little boy who is 9, right? So you're going to jump his mom too? You are shameful. I mean, y'all know everything pretty much go viral. You know somebody was recording. You had no shame at all. Only reason why you are tripping now is because there's consequences to your actions. And this is ridiculous. So let's keep on going.
happy.
It's okay, Kamira.
Happy for everything that I did, and I was just being a follower.
She was being a follower, but she swung on the woman first. Being a follower. And I could go along with being a follower, but at some point, because you're the only one who swung on this woman first, some point you would have been like, no, I ain't doing this. I'm not doing this. If my mom find that, because that's would have been the one thing that got me. If my mama, now if I'd have been 13, it'd been if my grandma would have found out. First of all, this might be somebody my mom and them know. My grandma might know somebody because my grandmother was in church. My grandma know. And I'm going to be out here doing something like this. And then know if I get caught doing, what if this woman would have beat her ass? What if? But we'll keep on going.
But everybody who don't even got nothing that I got.
So everybody who don't got nothing but she got. She's following people who have less to her is what she's saying. How y'all all walking home to school together. So it looks like y'all live in the same area. So how you got more than them?
And I apologize for everything because I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And I feel bad because
It's okay.
I gotta go through so much.
Okay, she told her right there. She feel bad because she got to go through so much. Now I feel bad for hitting this lady, causing this lady to fall, ripping the woman's wig off her head. Oh, or causing everybody, because once one person fall, everybody start fighting. Not none of this, or no, because I got to go through so much.
I wish I would never did what I did.
Do you have anything to say? I think her name is Shauna.
I was a bit people think
So this is an update, y'all. I want y'all.
Honey, that's it. I will say this, and I mean this. I'm going to say it with my full throat. That little girl needs to be locked up. I don't know what's taking them so long to lock her up, because I know when kids, I know if kids would have gotten a fight here and they would have got caught in the act, then they would have went off to juvenile detention center. Maybe stayed a day or so there till the parents had to come down there or whatever. But I'm saying this little girl needs to be locked up and charged to the fullest extent of the law that they charge little 13-year-old girls with. Because it's crying online and getting it, or supposedly crying, because I didn't see a tear. I think it's bullshit. I can't imagine. My grandma would have beat the shit out of me, saying every Bible verse there was, because my grandma was a minister. I'm cussing to talk about my grandma, but you know what I mean, Granny. She gone on. She up there. But I mean, right now, if I was to do something crazy like this or condone this, I believe my grandma would be trying to whip me from heaven. It would take Peter, Jesus, and Paul to hold her back. I don't understand this, and like I said earlier in the live before, I showed my grandchildren the fight. My granddaughter, who is 13, the same age, she got so mad because I told her, I said, that's a lady and her children. And my granddaughter was like, what? Because then, she put herself in those shoes. Or what she would have did if that had been her mama. But she's older than that little boy. Because I can see my granddaughter at 9. I remember when my granddaughter was like 6. And some kids here in my daycare had my granddaughter scared. Oh, no, the hell you ain't. No. I said, you don't be scared of nobody where your grandma at. I run the show over here. Because no bad motherfuckers can go. Got my baby over here scared. I think the little girl was like in 7th, 8th grade. And I let them know, you too grown to be in this daycare center because in the summer, you need to tell your mom to take you somewhere else. Because here you going to do what the heck I say. Because if this ain't no Fort Wayne Community Schools, this is Miss Angelo's daycare, honey. And what I say, go. I'm all fun and games, but I'm not playing with no sassy ass kids. I'm not. No, you too grown. You take your grown ass somewhere else. And with that girl right there, she needs to be held accountable. And every kid that was there kicking. I had a little cousin. We was kids. And I'm 53. My cousin got to be at least, he got to be at least 50 now. But when he was, I think my parents were still married. So I was under the age of 8. I remember his sisters were saying that he went to, we call the juvenile detention center here in our town, we call it Solidwood. But it's called the Wood Youth Center. But I don't know how that became the nickname Solidwood. So it was like, he went to Solidwood. What? His sister was fighting with someone. So his sister, she might have been, I don't know, 6. He's about a year and a half younger than her. He went and got a knife and tried to get those kids off of her. And he went to Solidwood, from what I understand. Now this, I'm telling you as a 53-year-old about something I found out about when I was 7, maybe. So whatever. But I remember that. And he was that little. And he went. This girl, 13 years old. And you done jumped on a woman. I can see, only time I can see kids fighting an adult, if the adult is out there fucking with the kids, like they did on Crooklyn. Was it Right Hand Man and whatever character Spike Lee played, where they were they used to like to do the huffing. So they were scared of kids. The right hand man was missing the right hand. And so they used to scare the kids and stuff. So at the end of the movie, they were scaring the kids. And the little brother came back to tell the sister that they was messing with them. And she went and hit him in the head with a stick. And Spike Lee was like, why you do that? What's her name? Troy. In that case, where you have someone terrorizing some kids that they don't know, doing something to some kids that they don't know, and then the kids gang up, you can say, okay, the kids were protecting themselves. But no, not ever would you look at this lady walking with her children. First of all, she said she was on one side of the street and those kids crossed over because they've been messing with her before. And by her having, sickle cell, I guess she's been in and out of the hospital and she was tired. So you can kind of see she's kind of walking a little labored. And I guess they really felt like she was a weak one. Because I bet you if that had been a woman with a little bit more weight, a little bit more height, them kids wouldn't have did all that shit to her. She wouldn't have thrown, because that girl threw a soft looking punch. She don't like she could fight that good. No, just being honest. So, honey, what I'm saying is that she needs to be held accountable for her actions. They say, oh, she's an A-B student, because her mama was on there popping shit. Now, I don't believe this lady that's in the video with her is her mama, because her mama got online and said some ignorant ass shit. Let me see if I can. Now, I don't know if I want to try to read the whole damn thing, but let me see if I can find it. But it was ignorant. And because the way the lady that was talking right there, she don't seem, this woman that's talking on the video with her don't seem like the type that wrote this ghetto ass paragraph. I don't know, she might have an alter ego, but it just didn't seem that way. If I can find it. Oh Lord. I'm thinking, oh my God. This girl up here really popping her shit. But first of all, too, had that been my kid, I would have never went live. Everything is not for social media. I would have never put my kid on social media. I just wouldn't have said nothing. I would have tried to contact the lady herself. Which the lady, probably don't want to talk to them. I can understand that. But I would not have put my child on there. First of all, she wouldn't have been on there because they probably would have been locking me up because they would have seen how badly beaten she was. I mean, because I just don't, I can't understand you out here fighting somebody grown for no goddamn reason. It just don't make sense to me. Okay, let me see. The mother, let me share this tab. Goes by Yaz St. Patrick. It's because this don't seem like the same lady. Here she said, let me say this. First, my daughter is a great ass kid. She's a AB student, captain of the cheerleading team, ahead of her class, and some more shit. I said, that don't sound like that lady that was on the other side. Let me make sure this is big enough so you guys can see it. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. There we go, over there. Okay, she goes, and some more shit. All good things from every teacher. And I don't know what this IFYK means. I don't know. I'm not sure what all these new acronyms are. I don't know what it is. So this is it really an acronym? I don't know what the hell it is. We don't owe nobody an apology, BT, I guess, but that lady and her kids. So all y'all grown motherfuckers looking for a viral moment, please shut the fuck up. Cause CUZ, kids gonna be kids. And it's kids out here that did way worse shit. Way worse shit than what? Would they kill somebody? Let alone y'all asses when y'all was 12 and 13 years old. Y'all ass used to be out here beating up crackheads and all. That's some shit she had to do. I've never heard of that. Who out here beating up crackheads? Who does that? How do you think you can beat up a crackhead, first of all, at 12 and 13? Y'all don't know us Y'all don't know us at all. She was peer pressured. If you know my family, you know if we find a friend in a motherfucker, we gonna stand behind them 100%, no matter what. But this is definitely a lesson learned. She was held accountable for her actions. Y'all, YAL, TB, I don't know what that is. What talking about? It takes a village, bitch. She got a castle. The fuck. Y'all talking about it takes a village, bitch. She got a castle. The fuck. And everybody standing 10 toes down behind her. Exclamation mark, exclamation, a whole bunch of them. I was never going to go live making y'all motherfuckers feel some type of way. Once again, we do not owe y'all no apology. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. now what's going on in real life. And no, my kids not raised like that at all. I don't know what the P means. Feel how you want to feel. Or excuse me, feel how you want. Fuck y'all. That wasn't that same lady. That wasn't that same lady. That wasn't that same lady at all. And then she gonna put it down here with the picture of the woman that the girl beat up. But that wasn't that same lady. That wasn't her. That's some other bitch right there. Let me show. Let me get a picture of this girl. That wasn't her. This her. You know, I look at this lady in this picture. Don't she look like, if y'all watch Married to Medicine, don't she look like Dr. Heavenly? She look like she could be a younger version of Dr. Heavenly. This lady is devilish, honey. Devilish, demon filled, talking about fuck everybody. Her daughter, the cheerleading queen. I heard once from somewhere else that the girl was homecoming queen. They had homecoming in middle school, I guess. But honey, that ain't the same woman that was in the other video. And I would look at her and wouldn't think she would write that way. I would have never wrote shit. I ain't got to come on here to talk to the social media. I would have put praying hands and that's what I would did. And I would have beat the brakes off of my kid. I would have. And my kids, they know better. You was raised right. We went to church, honey. Nowhere in the world I would condone no bullshit like that. And to me, with all the words she said, she condones it. She condones it. My child was peer pressure into doing it. So shit, it is what it is. It gonna be is what it is until that damn little girl get pulled up on some charges. Because it looks like that's coming. So then we have the mother, Miss Hatter. She's speaking out. Let me find her right quick. She was speaking out, talking about it. And, you know, she was basically saying, hey, it hurt her heart that her son was calling her name as he was getting beat. And she could do nothing because she's getting beat. But here we go.
Exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sharday Gray about this horrific attack, and Sharday is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Korshonda Hatter says she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is, he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of him in the middle of his sleep, screaming. He'll scream, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors. We've stopped it after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's, kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks, all of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school to show their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in and moved her out of South Deering and into an undisclosed location. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school, and she's looking to get therapy for them. Reporting in the newsroom, Sade Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
Sade, thank you for that exclusive story. To a CBS.
So Mrs. Hatter, or Miss Hatter, will be pressing charges. So that little thug, she better get them tears together, honey. It's getting close to Christmas. Honey, she need to have a shoe full of coal. This cake is good. That's what she needs. First, she need her ass whooped real good. That's what she need, first of all. And then to be held accountable. I don't know what that's going to look like for a 13-year-old. But, you know, back in my day, they used to have something called scared straight. Her ass need to be scared straight. You can't tell me a person who's supposed to be a cheerleader, you're a cheerleader at school. Because most times when kids are in sports, they're not into trying to get in fights and stuff like that. And like I said before, when I was in school, it is considered still school property if you hadn't made it home from school and you get in a fight. So therefore, you would be suspended. And this little girl, you get straight A's and B's. You were the prom queen, a homecoming queen. And then you're the cheerleading captain. But you find time to go and be in this foolishness. How are you the captain, but you're a follower? No two things don't even make sense. Usually people who are the captain, they are leaders. And nothing that woman did was provoking that girl to hit her. Nothing. And I'm not going to say that woman, Mrs. Hatter. Nothing she did. She was trying to protect her kids. And all because they taken out something on her son because of the mom's illness. He's only 9, so when he's about 3rd or 4th grade. She's in the whole 8th grade. Why'd you want to watch this little boy get beat up? He's already terrified. So he don't want to fight. Now, see, you came across a little kid like my daughter. You would have got your ass whooped. My daughter, I'm going to say it, my daughter was bad. She was. I mean, she was. She was not afraid to fight. And I didn't even know my brother had her fighting. Because I never forget, I worked at H&R Block for years, and one guy come in, he's like, oh, you so-and-so sister. You don't want to get that badass little girl. And I'm like, what? Not my kid. So that's how you don't know what your kid be doing. And she with her uncle. But the uncle only like 13, 14 years older than her. And they be, she out there, world check. I didn't even know she was bullying kids either. One little boy, I don't think she thought she was bullying anybody. But she ain't taking no mess off nobody. And she wasn't even no big girl. She was a little girl. A little girl. I mean, probably average. She's not no tall girl. She's only about 5'3" now. So she wasn't no tall girl. She wasn't a heavier girl. But I didn't know she could fight. I didn't really know she could fight. And my son didn't know she could fight until them two got into a fight with 2 of my cousins. And that's because my dad let two of his sisters' grandkids live at his house. And one got to talking shit to my daddy, and that's all it took. Here, my dad in his 70s trying to do y'all solid because y'all have nowhere to live. And they told my dad, because, you know, they wasn't raised around the family. They were adopted. Told my dad that he was going to whoop his ass. That's all it took. Because none of my cousins would have ever said that. My uncle was kind of one of the favorite uncles. And we just never heard that kind of talk. And for someone to say that, and wait a minute, and these boys is in their 20s, early 20s. My daughter took her ass on there, made my son get up and come on. So what time they get off work? Because they come to my dad's house. And my dad goes, I said, Dad, what happened? I said, you trying to stop me? He said, no, I just watched. Over there, moving furniture. He was not playing. No, nobody's going to talk that way to my grandpa. I'm like, oh my goodness, well. But my daughter, she's one, I guess, I mean, she wasn't really in elementary school, she probably was. But by the time she was like middle school, she really wasn't. But elementary, she'd have been that 9-year-old kid, honey. That should have gave that 13-year-old girl a run for her money. She didn't care. She did not. My children, they're 6 years apart. So my daughter, she's 32. My son is 26. He went over there trying to reason. My daughter went hearing shit. Oh my goodness. So she always kind of been a little be wrestled in rough houses. So I guess. But I thought, oh, but that dude said, you at that badass little girl. I'm like, what? But in this case here, them little kids gonna beat their match. They already said that one little kids, I think it's two brothers, that they're supposed to be homeless. They over there squatting in somebody's apartment. So most of these kids would be bullies and shit. Unless she's talking about she got more than these other little kids. But what would entice you to go and help try to beat up somebody's mom? Why are you arguing with somebody grown? I just can't even imagine. I mean, I can't. My grandson, he didn't really think it was real. He almost thought it was like a skit or something. He just look, he's in 7th grade. Because some of these thoughts ain't never really occurred. And me being a Gen Xer, I just got that fear that my mom and my grandma would put in me. I'm not going to say my daddy did. My daddy didn't do much of the whooping. My mama did. But that fear that little short lady put in me, shit. My grandma ain't never had to work on me. I heard what she did to the other ones. You know, so we ain't had to do all that. No. We ain't had to do none of that. Honey, my little brother got kicked out of school for something. I don't know. My grandma hog-tied his ass. He thought they was playing Cowboys and Indians. She hog-tied him and pulled that rope, and it was nothing but booty in the air. She tore him up. And my brother go, so then the next day I'm out, because he got kicked out for so many days. My grandma did the same shit. She took him out to breakfast, got him all the stuff he wanted to eat. And then they do the same shit. He was like, because the first time he was like, oh, we about to play a game. No, you gonna stay your ass in school, ain't you? I mean, she didn't talk that way. That's the way I talk. I get it from my daddy. But I couldn't imagine. I mean, only time I ever did something to an adult, and I remember, my memory goes back to when I was like 3. I remember I had to be like 4 or 5. And I seen this little old black lady walking down the street. It's probably me in the future. She was walking down the street, and I would watch her because it was a church around the corner. And this got to be 1970. I don't know, 76 maybe, because before my other little brother was born. It's 76 or 78. I don't know if my mom was pregnant. It might, 76 or 77. One of them, but I remember being little. I don't think I was in kindergarten yet. And the lady walked down the street, and I don't know why in my head, because she was a short lady, why in my head I just thought I could beat her up. I did. Honey, I went over there trying to act like I was that woman beat me with her damn pocketbook. I couldn't go in the house and say that one, be crying and be like, why am I crying? Because I know if I went in the house, I had that much sense. I knew if I went in the house talking about, or my mom asked me why I was crying, I was about to get my ass whipped again. So I ain't saying that. I just stayed outside crying. That woman wore me out, tore me every which way but loose. I don't even know. I think I must have seen her walk down the street a couple times. I'm thinking, oh, she's short. She my height. But you know how when you little kids, you think of dumb shit. I was either 4 or 5. But I don't think I must have been 4 because I don't remember being in kindergarten at this time. But I remember her walking down the street. And she had a black pocketbook. I had one time. She was walking to church, honey. She had the Lord on her side. Like I could really do something. Because the girl down the street was whooping my ass all the time. And I thought I wanted to try on this old lady. The girl down the street was 8, beat me up. But I see this old lady walking down the street probably every bit, I don't know, 60s, 70s. She probably said, where does the black ass girl come from? I'm saying, oh my God. She beat my ass with that damn pocketbook and kept me and ain't missed a beat, honey, and walked right on to church. Oh, but I knew I better not take my ass in there crying. I think that's like one of the kind of baddest things I ever did. I don't even know why I thought of that. That was some shit. I don't know. Maybe the girl beat me up down the street because she used to beat me up so much that my mom went down there and talked to her mom. She beat me up. She scratched my back, scratched my face. I'm just standing there. I was terrified to fight her because she was taller. And I had no other. On my mom's side, I'm the oldest cousin. So if I'm like 5, my next oldest cousin is 3. So I don't know why I wanted to try this lady coming down the street. I don't know, but she beat the shit out of me with her purse. I ain't never did nothing like that again. So that was my dang accountability right there. And I knew because she could have came up to the house, she beat me up, and then came and knocked on my door and probably told my mom would have wore me out. I know she would have. My mama didn't play. I don't even know why the fuck I did something like that. Gator May would have beat the shit out of me. Oh my God. I didn't look. I ain't say nothing. Just sat there and cried. Like, why you walk your ass into an ass whipping like that? That woman was minding her business like this lady here. Mind you, I was 4 or 5. This girl's 13 years old. And want to cry about it on the internet. Like I said, it wouldn't have been my child on the internet at all. We wouldn't know. Because her ass wouldn't have been on the internet. And I don't believe that was her mama because I think that woman there didn't seem as ghetto as that girl in that damn Instagram post or whatever, Facebook post. I don't know. But I really think that the mother, Miss Hatter, she's going to press some charges. Them kids going to get, they around there, they got still pictures of all them kids. They are recognized. They already got the parents' social media stuff. So these people, they coming at them. And Chicago has stood up for this lady. They done got her, as you heard, a new place to stay. I even heard that they even got her a car. And there's a GoFundMe too on her Facebook page. So, like my aunt and my cousin should say, The devil meant it for bad, but God turned it around for good. And in this situation, she was able to move, and she's putting her kids in another school another school. So it's going to work out in that regard, but those kids going to have for real trauma. And that little boy, he's old enough to remember. Maybe a 6-year-old may. I don't know. Maybe she could kind of block it out. I don't know. But I could not imagine seeing my mom getting beat by my peers, basically. We just wouldn't have did that. We ain't cuss in front of no damn adults. We ain't do none of that stuff. Even if we walk past the church, if y'all cussing or whatever, we stopped cussing. We ain't cussing in front of no church. We was walking past. Well, we walked and rode bikes. We ain't do none of that stuff. We had reverence for things. We ain't cussing in front of no adults. Because first of all, we ain't know who all knew our parents, our grandparents. I might not have knew them, but they might know, okay, that's Gaither's daughter. That's Flint's daughter. That's Lou Jane's granddaughter. You get back to there, my ass is grass. Even though I've been cussing since 6 years old. First grade, I remember sitting out there on the monkey bars, enticing my friend to cuss. Like, your mama not here, girl, you can cuss. It was bad. But we just wouldn't have never did that. The little stuff we did, I mean, I couldn't have never imagined me sitting up cussing and doing all those things in front of an adult and to lay hands on an adult. No, I could not. My mom always kind of taught us karma too. Like the things you do, so my mom would say, wait till you get older to have kids that act worse than you. So, that kind of, like I said, I was a kid. You could tell me a bad story. I ain't got to try it. You told me something bad happened to you, I ain't got to do it. I'm not going to. That's the kind of kid I was. No. You tell me a horror story, I can watch the after school programs. I used to like watching them. And Scare Straight and all that. I was never the kid that snuck out the house. I'm not doing none of that shit. No. Because I knew my mom was going to whoop your ass. And then she broke a nail, it's going to be worse. And therefore, I didn't do shit like that. No, I wouldn't get no ass whooping for nobody. No. So this girl did all this stuff because they knew they weren't going to get in trouble. They don't fear nobody. To do all that in public, they don't fear no motherfucking body. None of them kids did. No. We're sitting there, you famous. She damn worldwide. You famous, and for what? This is going forever. You forever on the internet. You forever out there doing the worst that you could have done. To fight a woman who was really defenseless. While the woman was trying to protect her kids. You fighting a sickly woman. That sounds crazy to me. But, lock her up. Let her not be able to spend the holidays with her family. Let her be a little inconvenience. Let Santa Claus not make it to her house till February. Let her be inconvenienced. Let her feel like, so she can learn from this. So she don't turn out, or she and the rest of them kids don't turn out to be, worthless. I can't think of the word I want to use. But not a good person for society. Let them be able to change their lives. Yeah, maybe she could go around and talk to kids, after the fact. Hey, I did this. But let her be a success story. Let them be a success story. But right now, they definitely need to be held accountable.